FNAF YouTubers, FNAF YouTubers. So in case you guys didn't know, all my videos are fake, and I actually really don't like Five Nights at Freddy's. All my videos are just like super ironic, and you guys just had no idea this entire time. Like really, I don't even like the series at all. That's why I have over 200 videos on the topic, clearly because I don't like the series, obviously. Today we're ranking every FNAF YouTuber. At least every one that I have here. I have like 30 of them, and that's where I stopped, so I'm sure there's some I'm forgetting. I would encourage, if you're also a content creator watching this video, why not do your own ranking? Because if you don't, no. Alright, let's get into it. Again, if you or your favorite content creator isn't here, it's because you're just not important. Alright, here we are, folks. Let's get started with a big one here, alright? This is everybody's favorite. This is Dawko. Now, Dawko, let's take a look at this guy's channel, okay? You know, to kind of get an idea of what we're looking at here. Now, Dawko's pretty new to the whole FNAF trend. He really hasn't been here for a while, maybe a few months. I only really found out about him recently. He kind of hopped on the thing when it was at its most popular state, and while someone like me, who's been around for much longer, really knows what's what about the series, Dawko doesn't really seem to as much. And so of course I, deserve all the popularity that he's gotten, and so because of that we're going to put Dawko in the wow, I really don't like that tier. Moving on to JonnyBlox. Now JonnyBlox is most known for being a copycat of my channel. Now JonnyBlox does FNAF news video, much like I do FNAF news videos. He does theory videos, much like I have done theory videos. Really just something I'm not very big fan of, so JonnyBlox is also going in the wow, I really don't like that tier. Moving on to FNAF. Now FNAF is famously known for coming out of literally nowhere, and no one knows where this guy came from. He probably spawned from some sort of portal to the netherworld. As to how he ended up in our portion of the multiverse, we may never know. He just showed up one day and ended up getting views, so it's quite something. Now, FNAF is most known for being very popular among us YouTuber, actually. He does some FNAF on the side, but as you can see here, we got mostly Among Us content going on here. That being said, a lot of people consider him to be a FNAF YouTuber for a reason I don't really understand. And so because he's not technically a FNAF YouTuber, we're going to put him in the wow, I really don't like that tier. Moving on to Ozone. Now speaking of Ozone specifically, Ozone is well known for being the guy who does the FNAF audiobooks. Now, I'm sure many of you know I've also done FNAF audiobooks in the past, but Ozones are obviously far superior, and get many more views, even though I did them. I did them first. I did them before Ozone ever. I was the first to it. I should be the one getting them. So obviously Ozone is going in the wow, I really don't like that tier. Just obviously. Now moving on to everyone's favorite theory channel, The Game Theorists. Now, this is a channel that is purely focused on FNAF. I don't think I remember the last time they did a video that wasn't on Five Nights at Freddy's. They're known, MatPat, he's the FNAF guy. In fact, he is so dedicated to the series, he's actually done several other channels that are also on FNAF. You see, the Film Theorist here is actually dedicated entirely to the FNAF movie and theories about the FNAF movie. The Food Theorist is dedicated to entirely theories about the pizza, that Freddy Fazbear's pizza. And GT Live, it's all about playing FNAF games. That's the entire point of MatPat and his existence on this earth. So obviously, because I feel like he could branch out into other content a little bit, we're gonna put him in the wow, I really don't like that tier. Moving on to Martin Walls. Now Martin Walls is known as the creator of the Walton Files, a shameless FNAF ripoff that has no reason to exist on this same plane of existence as I do. As you can see, it's clearly just crappy cartoons that obviously are for children, and a shameless FNAF ripoff. And yet they seem to get 6 million views on the first one. Wait, really? Wow, that's actually really impressive. I mean, it deserves it. It doesn't deserve it. This series is the worst, and to think that it's gotten the success it has, it sickens me. Martin Walls is going in the wow, I really don't like that. Moving on to the TNT Muffin. Now, the TNT Muffin was one of the first creators I ever collabed with on the site. He's got some very incredible content. I highly recommend it. Just kidding. I don't even like... Yeah. Now, the TNT Muffin is most famously known as the creator of the Shrek Turns Into a Convertible video. This is where 99.99% of his viewers come from. And then they kind of just stuck around for the FNAF content because they had no choice in the matter. If I had to guess, he probably threatened them to stick around, because I personally just stuck around for the Shrek content. I don't even know where the FNAF stuff came from, but apparently he does that too. TNT Muffin is obviously going in the WoW. I really don't like that tier. Now, moving on to Scott World. Now, this is famously known as being Scott Cawthon's channel. Now, for those who don't know, Scott Cawthon is the creator of the Five Nights at Freddy's series. He's actually a robot, and he has been all along. Now, this channel is known for being Scott's main channel, where he posts all the big FNAF news. I think it's pretty fantastic. I'm a big fan. That being said, of course, I can't just give the creator of the series special treatment. I mean, obviously that would be unfair, so we're going to, just to keep it fair for everyone else, put him in the WoW. I really don't like that tier. Here we have Scott Cawthon. Now, this channel is a bit weird because this one actually posts a lot of official content from the games that obviously just rips from the official Scott World channel. These are all just trailers for the games that Scott Cawthon has created, so really just kind of a shameless ripoff of Scott Cawthon, and it's managed to get over 2 million subscribers purely from taking his trailers and uploading them on this account. Now, I think this is very shameful. I think that whoever this person is, they should really create their own content, and naturally we're going to put Scott Cawthon in the WoW. I really don't like that tier. Now, before we move on, any further, I would like to thank the sponsor of today's video, me, myself, and I. I love myself. This video is sponsored by the Elementia Studios Discord. On there, you can chat with other FNAF fans and just fans of the channel. You can showcase your fan art, you can discuss your theories, and just hang out with cool people. It's fun, you'll like it. So the link will be in the description, so you can check it out if you want to. That's about it. Wow, that was probably a very good sponsored message that you should definitely check out the, you should check it out. Anyway, moving on. Moving on to Markiplier. Now, you guys might not know about Markiplier. Been around for a couple months, much like Dawko. I think a little bit shorter of time, actually. As you can see, he's well known for being the definitive FNAF YouTuber experience. Now, you'll notice a lot of these videos have very many views. This one right here, 95 million. Even though he was pretty late to the FNAF trend, he still managed to get a lot of views for this, and I think the main reason for that is view bots. He's got illegitimate views on his channel to get this level of popularity, which is obviously a no-go on the platform, but because he's so charismatic and successful, YouTube has not called him out on this, and so he's doing very, very well for himself. Personally, I think he should probably branch out into other content, try some other games, but apparently he's just sticking to FNAF by the looks of things. So we're gonna put this guy in. Wow, I really don't like that tier for a multitude of reasons, all of which I have elaborated on very much. Moving on to Squimpus. Now here we have Kane Carter. Kane Carter is the creator of the legendary Pop Goes series. Pop Goes being, of course, the sound that my head went when I slapped my hand against my head because of how much I didn't like the game. Kane Carter is obviously going in the WoW. I really don't like that tier. Now here we have Fusion Z Gamer. Now Fusion is well known for somehow being able to put out sometimes multiple videos a day, and I don't know how he does it, but somehow he does it. I think this guy needs help. That's all I'll say. You know where this guy goes. Now here we have Freddy Pop Collector. Now Freddy Pop Collector is most well known for having stabbed 5 children in the back of a Freddy Fazbear's Pizza establishment in the year of 1980 something. Now this was absolutely tragic, and yet somehow he's managed to get away with this for the decades since. I did call him out in a previous video, but nothing really came of it. Sadly, he's still free and very much away from the consequences of his horrible actions. So obviously, because of this terrible series of murders, Freddy Pop Collector is going in the WoW. I really don't like that tier. Here we have Impulse Evan. Now Impulse Evan is most famously known for either being surprised or confused. Every second of every day. Confused, surprised. I hope that one day he can feel other emotions such as joy or love. But for now, I wish him a good day. Moving on. Eth Goes Boom. Now, Eth Goes Boom is most commonly known for kidnapping FNAF animatronics and forcing them to do things against their will, much like I do with innocent civilians. Here we have him forcing Freddy to play Security Breach Fury's Rage, forcing Freddy and Foxy to play Friday Night Funkin', forcing Freddy to play Five Nights at Thomas's, Now, I'm assuming he kidnapped these characters for a ransom, and that he's just kind of holding them hostage here until their families inevitably give him the ransom money, and then he'll release these poor innocent souls. But for now, they seem to be stuck here inevitably for years on end, playing video games. Video game characters playing video games. Why? These have so many views. What is going on? There it goes. Here we have the hottest dog, another FNAF animator. He's most famously known for being the second hottest dog in existence. Baddington. Now, Baddington is actually in the possession of a very rare technology. Now, this is a machine that allows him to transfer his horrific nightmares directly into video format and then upload them to YouTube. It's a very new machine, you probably haven't heard of it. Pretty sure he owns the only one in existence, and you can see some of these horrific nightmares that he's experienced right here on his channel page. Thank you for helping me not sleep for the past few months. That's your reward. Sky Warped 33. This is the 33rd in the Sky Warped series. Personally, I think the Sky Warped 27 was pretty good. 28, I think, fell off a little bit. But I'd say this is maybe not one of the greatest in the Sky Warped series. Personally, I don't think this compares at all to Sky Warped 7. Although, it does do some pretty cool VFX stuff involving very disturbing FNAF VFX shots and stuff. Really incredible stuff, actually. But obviously, compared to Sky Warped 9, we just cannot give this anything other than, wow, I really don't like that tier. And last on our list, we have Elementia Studios. Now, this is well known as being the greatest FNAF channel that has ever existed, actually. Being around since the very olden days, and still making banger content to this day. Now, personally, huge fan of this channel, and I think this is deserving of S tier. Well, there you have it, folks. There is my FNAF YouTuber tier list. It is all done. Personally, I think that this holds up pretty well, looking back at it now. Please go ahead and make your own tier list. I've put the link in the description, hopefully, so you can make one yourself with, I'm assuming, less accurate rankings than I have here. Let me know what you thought of this ranking. I'm assuming a lot of you will agree with this ranking, so thank you all for watching. I can't wait to hear what you think. I'll see you in prison.